or lesson 3 of the journey to moral courage is this: culture is not sacred. Okay, I'm going to bring my mother back into the picture for just a moment. She's the star of my documentary film, Faith Without Fear. Mom and I go to Detroit to screen the documentary. And at a certain point in the night, I can see her shaking from all of the anger that she's hearing among Muslims in the audience towards my film. Well, later that evening, after all the guests and the journalists have gone home, a cluster of young Muslims approaches Mom and thanks her for supporting me. And Mom says, well, thank you for saying so, but why didn't you say something sooner? When, cameras, TV cameras could have captured your feelings and could have shown other freedom-loving Muslims that they're not alone. They have you as allies. And one of the girls steps up and locks eyes with Mom and says, you need to understand that we'll be accused of dishonoring our families if we speak our truth. Now, what does she mean by dishonoring, and why does that word carry so much emotional weight with this young woman? Honor is the Arab cultural tradition that emphasizes the family, the clan, the tribe over the individual. It's not an Islamic tradition as such, but frankly, Muslims are the first to confuse culture with religion, leading to what one Turkish analyst has called Islamo-tribalism. At its worst, the culture of honor incites men to cleanse the family of shame, usually by doing violence against women in the family. At its best, or most benign, the culture of family honor shuts down Muslims who want to be able to speak freely. So what do we do with a tradition like this in an open and democratic society? Do we just let it unfold because, hey, that's how those people live and, we're supposed to respect cultures? No, absolutely not. We need to understand that cultures are not God-given. Cultures are human-made. Therefore, there is nothing sacred about cultures and nothing sacrilegious about striving to reform the most malignant aspects of cultures. Unfortunately, over the last number of years, an opposing idea has made its way into global society and has been confusing a lot of people. And that idea is that cultures should have the same rights as individuals. This is a pernicious and dangerous idea. When we treat cultural difference as a right, we tend to lump together everyone who is associated with a given tradition, as if all of them are the same. And that leads to a lot of stereotyping by others, as well as a lot of self-stereotyping. Welcome to the trouble with multiculturalism today. Multiculturalism seduces us to treat each other as labels endowed with our parents' baggage, as if the past is presumed to define the present, rather than treating each other as individuals, as human beings who are endowed with the capacity for self-reflection and personal growth. And so I challenge all of us, Muslims and non-Muslims, to expect each other first to be individuals rather than products of some cultural assembly line. And when we treat one another and expect one another to be individuals, we also bypass those arrogant community big shots who believe that they have the authority to decide what cultural customs are always to be respected. In bypassing the community big shots, we also remind them there's only one God. And they need not apply for that job, because guess what? The job ain't open.